What up, dudes? So next week I'm going to be starting a new car audio build for 218s going in my 97 Lincoln Town Car. It's going to be built for two SoundQubed hdx3 18s with two skar 1500 amps, one on each sub, wired to 1 ohm. For anybody that don't know, I had two American-based XFL 15s in an 8-cube box tuned to 31 that hit almost a 148 on the meter. I'm going to be doing an experiment and a couple reviews before I put the SoundQubes in. I've got some skar SDR 18s on the way. They're only 600 watts RMS and they're only $130 a piece. So I wanted to try to compare them to the XFL 15s. I know the XFLs are a way better speaker, but the 15s did a 147, and I want to see how close to that I can get these SDRs for half the price on half the power. So next week we're going to start building the box. It's going to be 10 cubic foot Baltic birch. It's going to have a 11 by 11 inch diamond shaped port. And we're going to see how loud it can get, and then we're going to see how much it takes to blow them. I'll be reviewing those this week when they come in and doing a couple free air tests and looking at the excursion, checking them out, doing a couple sweeps, get them broke in. And then when we get the box built next week, we'll throw them in and see what it does. The SoundQubes I know are good speakers, and I've read that they're really good for the price. So it should be a pretty good bit louder than the XFLs. I'm going to try to get 150 dB out of the 218s on two 1500 watt amps. So it'll be lucky if it's seeing 2000, maybe 2200 of clean power. But I'm running a 250 amp alternator through DB Electrical, two batteries, AGM batteries. And that's about it. Come check it out next week. We'll do the build. I'll make a video. And then we'll get this shit going. And if anybody wants to check out some of my music, I've got 30 or 40 songs on my page. I've got a new album that I'm working on called Dad Mode. Check that out. And I've got a new song coming out called Basshead. I'm gonna drop that Sunday. So check that out. I got a regular speed and I'm gonna have two different slowed down versions of it for lower bass and some mid bass and then some higher bass. So check it out. Like the music if you like it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all next week. So this is the wood that I'm going to build the box out of. That's birch for comparison. You can see the color difference. It's a little bit more of a darker, redder color, but I like the grain better on it. It's just a pretty looking plywood. Agathis. I've never heard of it until I've seen it at my work. And I got a good deal on it, but it's 10 layer. It's just like the Baltic birch we got. So I don't know what the difference is, but I know it looks good. It looks like shit in here right now because I took my old subs out and started using it for work. But I'm gonna clean all that out, take that little amp rack out, clean everything good, and then might do something different with the amp rack. That's the two 1500s, one on each sub. That's the 5-channel American bass, and then I got this other amp that I'm running the tweeters and the 6x9s on. That's the second battery. And then the box will take up the whole trunk pretty much. It'll be the 18s on top, and either I'm gonna have a big diamond shaped port right here in the middle facing back, or I'm gonna have the subs on top with a huge slot port at the very bottom and maybe like kind of angle it up a little bit. So I just got done designing the speaker box. It's gonna come out to 9.5 cubes tuned at 32. That's as big as I could go. That's pretty good. I mean, that's the minimum for most 15s, in the range that I'm going with is 5 cubes to like 7 cubes. So it's pretty close. That's as big as I could get it and be able to tune it a little lower like I want. I wanted to tune it to 30, but I'll at least get to tune it to 32. Have 9.5 cubes, so that's pretty good. 4.75 for each sub. And yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna port it back or port it up yet. The subs are gonna be facing up. I'm gonna try to do a big slot port in front of that so it can all roll up and come right through this port in the back dash. And yeah, man, she'll be slamming. Pretty clean for a 97. Need to detail it, but for the most part it's pretty nice. Got to get her painted and get some thicker tires and I'll be in there.